Hello everyone and welcome back to Falcon BMS with a new stream today regarding the Korean theater. This is the modified Korean theater from Chaos, which is the Joseon theater. I've just started a campaign, so you see we're first day, 5 a.m. I wanted to try something a bit more challenging as usual, so I'm going to fly low, really low if I can. I'll have the TFR enabled over the sea, and we'll have the. I'll try to drop two bombs, two guided bombs on each tracking and acquisition radars. I've already got those pre-planned and preset in my flight plan, so I already got those on waypoint number 15 and 16. And yeah, I'm just going to stay low, get high at the last minute, and drop the bombs as quick as I can. So I'll probably drop two of those bombs straight away for each of the targets. I'll see how it goes and how I can handle that. My main goal first is to actually get the tracking radar down, so the fan song, and then I'll get the acquisition radar down. If I can do everything in one pass, I'll do that. If I can't, at least once I've got the tracking radar, I'm a bit more at ease with the situation. I'm not sure about what's going to happen, so I won't stay long in the area. I've still got a flight of TARCAP patrolling south of my position, just to cover me actually, because the first day there's going to be plenty of aircrafts. If I check the not the ATO but the OB, there's surely some nasty aircrafts that we're going to have nearby our position. So if I check, so we're going to strike here, which is close to the border in the DMZ from our position here. I just want to have those SAMs processed before we continue further. That usually is far better when it comes to straight word in terms of airstrikes up to Pyongyang. So I'll try to have those positions cleared out. Thank you, Brett Flight. So yeah, we have to find. So let's find the different airfields that we have threats, especially the 29As, alphas. Anything nearby, we need to make sure. Yeah, so we've got 29s alphas over the Pyongyang, so not that far actually, but once the scramble will be kind of far away already. All right, so we've got 21 Mike's Foxtrot on that airfield. So definitely there might be some in the vicinity, so that's why I want to stay low, especially in the first day of a campaign. Let's hope that we'll not have to abort that. And no, that's pretty far. No, not the threat. Not a threat. Too far. Wonsan is really far, so we won't be threatened by that anyway. So yeah, definitely I've got that airfield here that we've got something. Yeah, so what we know currently, what we know is that we've got two SA-2s that are already known from close to the border here, well, from the coast, and I'm almost sure there's going to be AAA, especially when it comes to here. Maybe also SA-3, I'm not sure, but SA-3 might be also a threat in the vicinity. So we know we've got 21s here, and if we check the briefing, what does it say? Yeah, so definitely there's going to be air patrols in the vicinity. Yeah, not much up to that. So I'm solo for the seed, but I've got two other two ships on the other flight that are going to cover the area just south of the position, so they don't get in the engagement circle of the SA-2, which means that I might have to get myself closer to the position because I will not be able, being that close from the ground, to strike from a really far, huge distance, which is not going to be the case. But yeah, I'll pop up and drop those bombs. So we'll see how it goes. All right, I think there's only one thing left, is to make sure I save the data cartridge here and go ahead. Hey, so let's go and see how it goes. By the way, the weather is crap. I've set that to poor conditions, so I especially want to stay close to the ground. I hope the visibility will be fine, but I guess the TFR will do its job correctly. But we'll see. We'll see. And I hope actually that the KF-16C actually gets the FLIR system, at least the TFR. FLIR, I don't really need it, but the TFR for sure. All right, so here we go. Let me just check a couple things first. Since I've moved to the new version of Windows 10, and especially some people have been saying that there's been some quirks here and there with these with that new OS. So I want to make sure that controls are working correctly. Yeah, that's fine. Throttle seems to be fine. Rudder. All right, rudder seems to be working correctly. Inputs. Yep. All right, so we're good to go. All right, there we go. Okay, and let's fly in that case. But we'll do a ram start. I have the chat nearby, so if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. Always a pleasure to answer if I can. All right. I don't know when I'm usually okay. All right, let's see what happens here. Why have I got issues with that? Usually cockpit. All right, so maybe we need power on. Usually doesn't do much with that. Maybe I'm dumb, but that starts well. Okay. Definitely something in the cockpit. I hope the implementation, I just added that theater, and I hope the okay. We've got buttons. Usually we don't have that button here, but yeah, never mind. All right, yeah, this is the Janus cockpit for sure. So because the position of the head, as you can see, is a bit further from the seat here, which means that usually I can see the I can have a full view on the on all the switches behind the throttle, but here this is not the case. So well, we'll do with that. That's going to be okay anyway. All right, let's continue. Let's put the radios first and test the. All right, so we see that the FLCS actually brings back something. All right, let's go the power now to. Okay. And yep, so let's start the engines. I'll stay to steady for now. Flash, yeah, flash. No, steady. stay steady, and we'll put the anti-collision once we're at the edge of the runway. Alright, so let's wait for the RPM to raise a bit. We usually wait for 20% RPM, and then we wait for the sec to come off, especially with instead the secondary mud from the engine is kind of, okay, it's not enable anymore. Alright, engine should be starting now. See RPM raising, we're now around 40%. 50 and around 60, 64, we should see the lights coming up and the systems being powered on. Alright. Almost there. Alright, good start from the engine. Everything is powered on now. And we need a bit of light. Alright, so this is the back light. And this is the cockpit light. Alright, so let's do a full checkup of the systems here. Not going to touch that for now in terms of systems. Power on. Put the those guys up, even though it's not doing much here. Alright, HMCS is on. Let me put that away. That's done. Alright, so end off. Diamond. HUD powered on. Alright, now right. We got that. FCR and altimeter to radar altimeter to standby. MC statics, these UFC data link GPS and alignment process. Oh, shoot, alignment process started now. One thing I forgot, and that's really not good from my end, is I forgot the pre-checks regarding the fuel and air source. Usually if you don't do that, you'll get avionic fault, knowing that all the systems are pretty damn warm, and that puts a huge error, and some system will start failing. Alright, meanwhile, let's get the DT loaded. Now that's done, what I can do is bring that to UFC. And let's do a call out to the tower.
Serpent 2, main approach 0989.
0989. Yeah, we're close from the sea, so that should be it. I definitely don't like that that cockpit from Janus. The placements of the head is not right. There's you don't really see the systems here. This is a bit of a shame, to be honest. Alright, let's continue that. Just wanted to have the winds. Wind check.
Serpent 2-1, wind check.
180, 30
Serpent
knots.
2-1, main approach 180 at 13 knots.
Alright, so we'll depart south in this case.
Serpent 2-1, main approach,
Yeah.
runway 20 right for takeoff.
Okay, 20 right. Runway is behind. Runway is behind. So 20, if I have a look at my compass, 20, so runway should be around there. Yeah. Runway seems to be here actually. What am I looking at? Alright, 20. Alright, 20, so perpendicular from the runway. So I'll have to go that way. I'll have to go this way and line up end of the runway here. Okay. Alright, still got some systems to power up right now. Couple systems. ECM. I can do ILS, but I don't have the frequency of the runway anyway. I should have probably taken that. Might need it if the weather gets worse. Avionics faults, and so I need to clear out the issues I have. So now remains to sit. I need to have the radar standby CRM. It's doing self-check. Meanwhile, I can do the tests. There we go. Fire detects engine fire, that's here. Oxygen quantity, oxylow, that's fine.
Pull up.
Alright.
Altitude. Warning. Jammer. Counter. Chaff flare.
Alright, okay, and then we've got the flare tests, and we've got all the channels tested. Alright, okay, now EPU, so it's 80%, starting at 80%, we should see the lights coming up on the EPU, and green light, and there we go. There we go. We've tested everything right now. We don't need anything else. Probably usually what you do is disconnect, make sure that everything here is centered. I can do now the bit test. And we'll, close to the runway, we'll do the checklist in manual, so TF backup enable. Meanwhile, I probably have to get a few things here running up on that left MFD, especially the TFR. I need to get that to standby, so it gets timed out. Meanwhile, I'll get the not the FLCS here. Not sure I need that for now. I'll use the FLIR system. So I'll have the FLIR system set to alright, so now it's set to standby, and so I need to time this little guy out before I do anything else. Meanwhile, alright, the alignment is ready, so I can push that to nav, get my landing lights up and running. I don't need that, and there we go. I guess we're almost set. A few things to check now. I think I'm mostly done, so yeah, maybe for now I'll leave the test here, just clear that out. Force acknowledge here, TFR. Now the flare, I use something else for the flare. I don't really need a TGP right now. I can have the flare system here waiting on standby on that screen meanwhile. TFR, I'll use that now. CFCR, TFR will be enabled once we're up. We've got a couple of things we need to set up. We'll stay something around 200 feet from the ground, so I got a couple of things I need to set up in the DD. So tone over steer point, especially here, is really important. Especially now in the low page. So if I fly 200, I need to have that to 100 minimum. 14, that's a good one. And here, set that to 50 feet to have the advisory 50 feet above the ground. That's the one I want to do. I want to set up now. Transmit. All right. So next page, I'm alone in my flight, but I still have to set up the 11 and 12, the other wing, the other flight from the same package here, so I can have them displayed on data link. Especially here, this is really important to have them all the time on my MFD when I'm on the HSD page, and also on the FCR, because the data link displays on both displays. What can we see and set up next? I think I'll set up bingo. That's maybe a bit too much. I'll leave that to 3,500. Although I will not stay too much on site, to be honest. It's a bit of dangerous. Now the laser, I'm not sure the bombs I have with me are able to have a double guidance, such as the GPS and the laser guidance. But meanwhile, yeah, so we have to power on. We'll power on those babies in flight, especially because I.
Shark 2-1, ready for departure.
All right, good. All right, yeah, go ahead. I'll follow up anyway. All right, so I want to set a few things here, like in the control page, especially on the ground ordnance page. I need to change the profile, profile 1 through 3. So I'll take the profile 1. Arming delay, I'll take that to 1 second. I don't want to have that too high. Impact angle 55. Velocity 700. Azimuth will stay 3. Yeah, we'll stay north. We stay north. We don't need that. Impact angle 55. Yeah, so we'll drop that. We'll drop that CCRP. All right, pre-planned. Yep. Control. Yeah, that's all I have here. Yeah. So that's it for the weapons for now. I've got GPU. What was the type? I think it's 34. I took 34, 38. Can't recall actually. Is it? I think it's displayed here. GPU 38. Yes. So for GPU 38, I've got Fox 2s and Fox 3, just as self-defense, I would say. Well, Fox 2 is most probably for self-defense, the Fox 3. If ever my colleagues can't handle any other threats I have in my vicinity. Alright, I think I'm almost good to go. Bit test is completed, no failure, so I'm fine with that. Reset, and we'll do the TF enable after that. Sit not armed, that's on purpose. Let's have that cockpit really bright. And let's roll. Alright, so let's call the tower.
Serpent 2-1, ready for departure. Taxi, runway 20 right. Hold short.
Alright, we're taxi 20 right. Meanwhile, ask for chokes to be removed. Nose wheel steering is on. Starting rolling, and we'll go to the runway right now. Let me check the FPS. For now, it's fine. Got a decent rate now. Alright, 20. I said before 20 right, so we'll go left and start from there. I definitely don't want to depart too early because I've got to get those guys rolling and getting on the on station before me. Actually, I don't want to be the first one on station. That's definitely not something I want to have here. All right, so let's start the dead link. All right, there we go. We'll short on runway 20 right and do the last
Shark
checkouts.
2-1, taxi, runway 20 right.
Alright, we're Flight Serpent, and tar cap is Shark 2. There we go. We're holding short, runway 20 right via Alpha. Alright, so let's put parking
Shark
brakes.
22, taxi, runway 20 right.
And let's do the final checklists. TF enabled. That's here. Manual fly up enable. I've got a couple other things I'd like to set here. So yeah, especially the seat. Program number 1. That's fine with me. Landing lights on. Parking brake for now. Yes.
Serpent 21, Aimee Tower, you're cleared for takeoff, runway 20 right.
Alright, we're clear for takeoff, runway 20 right. We'll do a couple last checks and let's go. So let's power down that light, remove the parking brake, and pull up the anti-collision here. Alright, let's go. Okay, with 520, almost 520. So we're on a good schedule for now. Right. And there we go. Run up and rolling takeoff. Let's go gate. Alright, now I can steer with the rudder. Around 160, alright, let's go.
Serpent 21, Aimee Tower, resume on navigation. Shark 21, Aimee Tower, you're cleared for takeoff, runway 20 right.
And let's go right now. I'll wait for 300, now I go back to Buster. And steer slowly to waypoint number 2. Alright, the others should be lining up, which they are right now. They should be following closely actually, so that's good. I'll give up some throttle here, just for them to catch up and actually get past me.
Shark 22, Aimee Tower, you're cleared for takeoff, runway 20 right.
And we won't climb too much actually. I can climb
Shark
a bit.
21, Aimee Tower, resume on navigation.
But after that, I'll have to go back to low position. So once we pass the coast here, I don't want to fly too low over the ground here. We'll continue climbing, and after we go low, really low.
Shark 22,
we'll
Aimee Tower,
TFR.
resume on navigation.
Let's see, so the TFR is ready. We'll probably use the normal and smooth for most probably. So I'll use that smooth and or probably soft. Smooth is probably too smooth, I would say, for the current weather. I need to have something that reacts a bit faster. So I'll stick to soft, and most probably we'll use the weather, because the conditions outside are quite poor, so it depends on the ground what we have. So yeah, we definitely need the ground radar, which is the altimeter radar, which is actually up, and we can have the display here on the HUD. Alright, I think 10,000 will probably be it for that cruise over the coast, and once we are over the sea, I'll probably get up to 12, or maybe even further. Let's call it for 15. Alright, let's call it for 15. We have a bit of speed with us, so let's call it for 15. And switching to uniform 6 to get the package frequency. Alright, we're in the mist now. Clouds. Can't see a thing. I don't know what's the, I haven't checked the weather to be honest, so I don't know what's the top of cloud altitude. Let's hope that 15 will be enough. A bit of turbulence here. And yeah, it goes quite fast actually. So I might at some point do a 360 just to get the others in front, because I definitely don't want to be the first one on station. Alright, we are both clans now. Oh, there we go. Magnificent. I love those colors actually. Now that's what I call a sea of clouds. Alright, we're almost there. Alright, we already got this SA-2, as you can see. It just popped up on the RWR, so yeah, let's fight. And we'll soon enough dive to the ground. Alright, let's go. Let's stick to that altitude for now. Alright, so I've got an SA-2, 2 o'clock. Alright, so I've got something definitely here. I don't have the distance, unfortunately, here. But definitely need to be careful with that. I don't have anything on scope. Let's continue to scan with the radar. And just to wait the other guys, let me change the heading to something on the right. And let's start our turn. There we go. I'll do a 360 just to get them past me. Alright, there we go. Made an upgrade on my ED tracker. Actually, it's much more smoother than what I used to have, and it seems to be less impacted by interference. So I'm quite happy with that, to be honest. Alright, let's alright, now I continue the turn. What do you think? What do you think? Alright, okay, so now they fully ahead. I can now continue my turn, reduce a bit the speed, and while we're reducing speed, let's dive actually. Let's dive to the ground. It's time now to enable the
altitude.
TFR limits. Yeah, I know I need to be at 350 minimum. I can't have the advanced mode here, but I need to have the I need to have that disabled. Not too fast. The minimum for the TFR to be enabled correctly is 350, so I need always to be at least at 350. So no terrain, that's normal. It's still going to steer up to waypoint number 2. There we go. Alright, so TFR is doing its job currently. As you can see, it's scanning just in front to get the terrain. It usually displays no terrain when you're over the sea, which is not the case here. It did that just before. Alright, we're diving to the ground. I don't need that much power, I'll reduce a bit. And we'll fly quite low actually, 200 is quite low. What I'll do right now is disable the lights and go directly fenced in, because you never know what would happen right now. Let's put a bit more gas, and meanwhile, I don't know if the TFR is ready or not. The FLIR system, and it's still on standby, so I can't operate that now. Yeah, now it's working. I can bore sight, but I won't get much more details. I can get enough Yeah, I can't get enough. It's too bright outside to actually get something working. So I'll put back that on standby. It's no use for now, to be honest. Stick to the TFR. Ah, yeah. 360. Alright, no terrain. As you can see, no terrain means that the TFR is enabled. We are over the sea, so that's an expected behavior. Currently 200 feet above the ground. I'm fine with that. That's what I have. Data. Yeah, I want to change the. I want to change that. Radio altimeter. Can't change that, then I get those bars. Oh, I'll stick to that anyway. Alright, we're progressing on the flight plan. They're really ahead. Speed seems to be fine for me. I'm fine with the speed currently. Alright, it's time to get our little bombs ready. It's not that we're going to be on location quite soon, but I'll rather have those enabled now. Thank you for the follow, Michael, Ogren, and Squeezy. Thank you for the follow, guys. I'll stick to 500 speed. Probably I can get the night vision on. If you want to have a clearer HUD, I need to reduce a bit the brightness of the HUD. It's cool, you can see the reflections. Those are actually textures, but you quite use a lot of gas. You see the fuel flow usually around 6,000 at 15 something, which is here really huge because we're like 200 feet above the ground. Alright, so let's go waypoint number 3. By the time we do that turn, we'll probably get that line center. Still TFR active and autopilot on. Yeah, now I need to switch to waypoint number 15. That's definitely what I want to go here. Not quite yet, sorry. I want to stay on course right now. I forgot to actually set up the threat circle for the SA-2. I don't have that. Yeah, I don't have the threat circle. I should already be in the threat circle. So let's go and have the ECM on currently. I don't want to have any bad surprises. Alright, so now it's time to go. And yeah, let's go. Alright, now we've got the SA-2. Alright, go manual now. Let's have that lined up. Let's have that lined up. Yeah, I don't like that. Definitely don't like that. Oh shit. What is that? What is that? Oh yes. That's weird. I had that coming. Oh shoot.
Pull up,
Shoot.
pull up.
Yeah. Something wrong happened with the allocation of waypoints. Oh man. I don't have anything on the scope actually. You know what? We'll probably go CCIP if I can. That's not something I wanted to do, but it seems that we don't have much of a choice here. Let's go TFR. This most probably DTOS. SA-2. Oh no, you know what? I think the flight plan is screwed. And waypoint number 15 is most probably something that works out. I don't know what I did here. I think I screwed up my flight plan. Don't ask me why. Nevertheless, we're going to get that SA-2. Anyhow, we'll get that. We'll get that. They get that to air to ground. CR. I don't have anything right now on the scope, but that's quite expected. Alright, now we're in the threat circle of the SA-2. I had that on my scope before. Now it's not the case. And that's definitely the one I was targeting. So let's go for that option here. Active. Alright, so now let's get the box and fly manually. Let's get ourselves stick to the box, and we'll definitely get some sound launch for sure at some point. I don't have it on the RWR. I'm outside of the engagement.
Shark 2, Shark 2-1, engage, MiG 29s. Bullseye, 250, 80 miles, 21,000.
29s. Alright, let's go. Let's pull up. Stand by. FCR. Ah, shoot. I think I missed the Alright.
GBU released.
Let's see what it does. And let's switch to the other one.
GBU released.
They will get that coming.
Chaff, flare.
Shark 2, Sentry 1, be advised, threat aircraft bearing 350, 10 miles, 14,000.
Caution.
Damage the stations and pull too hard. Oh, it's too quick. On my maneuver. You can hear the oof. Definitely doesn't like that. Let's get ourselves stable. Or SA-6. Oh shoot. Let's get that. Do I have anything right now? No, let's get back on station and see if there's anything else we can do with that. Okay, SA-6 still there. This is where you definitely need to be careful, and I was not careful enough.
Shark 2, Sentry 1, be advised, threat aircraft bearing 360, 10 miles, 11,000.
Alright, got the friendlies in the zone. 21s. Oh, shoot. 21s.
Shark 2, Shark 2-1, engage, targets bearing 345, 5 miles, 10,000.
See, I think I see smoke there. Oh, 21s, they're just close by. Man. Okay, now they're to air. They must be close by.
1, Fox 3 medium.
Chaff, flare.
Yeah, okay. AC-6 still.
1, Pitbull. 1, Fox 3 medium.
Okay.
Shark 2, Sentry 1, be advised, threat aircraft bearing 025, 1 mile, 1,000.
That's a 21, that's a 21.
1, Pitbull.
Lock.
What is that?
Sentry 1, Serpent 2-1. Clear.
Bogey.
Serpent 2-1, Sentry 1. Contact is a bogey.
Alright, this is 21, definitely. Oh yeah, visual.
Shark 2, Shark 2-1. Engage. Target bearing 180, 1 mile.
Lock.
Ooh, splash. Alright, I'll get. Fox 2.
Fox 2.
Splash. Good scale. Good kill. Your SA-2 is actually buzzing me off. Alright, let's see what we can do with that. I think I've got the I've got yeah, 15 is yeah, I've got the 15. The other one was not.
GBU released. GBU released.
Fine. I hope they will explode. Not sure this will be the case. Alright, another SA-6, SA-2. I definitely got the fan song, so that one is being processed. Let's see if that does anything. Oh, AAA.
Chaff. Flare.
Oh, shoot.
Chaff. Flare.
Did I see? No, check. Oh. I need to be not really stable here. Move all the way I can. Move down, up. Just so they cannot anticipate my path. That's going to be it. I don't think I'll get anything else from here. Yeah. Yep. Yep. I think that's it. Do I see anything else? Alright, I won't risk it all. I will just go back to base right now. So let's go back to steer point number 9 or 8. Yeah, 8 should be fine. And it will still stay low and fast, not slow. Alright, let's go back to the TFR. I can't disable the weapons page here for the ground, weather settings, and to fly up. TFR automatic. There we go. I'll get number, yeah, get that. Number 6. As a smoke, thank you for the follow. Sometimes you just have to get satisfied with whatever you can get from your current assignment. It's not too fancy, not too shabby here, but I'm quite fine with what I did now. So I won't risk more than what I've done already. Steve, thank you for the follow. I did damage some stuff. By pulling too hard on the stick, I damaged some station points. So that's probably why the
Caution.
yeah, that's the case here. Stores config. Yeah. So now I'm cat 1. Back to cat 1. I don't know if I can ask the other. No, I cannot ask the others to get back to base. but we'll do as is. Let's see the others. Okay, so this is the other flight. Okay, that's the only thing I ever need to see. Alright, you know what? Let's go really low. The only thing when you go above floor with the VLC mode is that you cannot steer anymore. You'll have to manual steer. Alright, so let's go VLC in that case. First, probably change that to 50 and that to 0. And there we go. I'll change that to norm and this to hard. No, let's go to soft. Yeah, let's stick to soft. Alright. So now it will go minimum altitude. So usually around 100 feet above the ground. If I wanted to have any displays here, I would go back to the flare and get that display back on the screen. Yeah, there we go. There's small misalignment here in terms of the camera, but we don't really care, to be honest. That's fine enough for me. I would probably get something here. Well, once we go above the ground, I'll show you how to actually get that system aligned properly with the objects. I can reduce a bit speed. I don't need to be that fast. We're really outside of the threat circle, so let me get the fence out procedure, get back to standby and lights on. And fuel state for 46, which is really which is a good number, seeing how close we are from the airfield. All right, let's go let's get the flare lined up. So we go bore sight and get those trees lined up. We're pretty much where we want. Okay, you know what? That's fine for me. So, yeah, let's go and disable the bore sight, and now the camera should be more or less aligned with the real vision you have in the HUD. It does consume a lot of FPS, to be honest, so if I disable that, you'll see it pops up to 50 something, and when I'm back with the flare on, 46, it's even worse when I have the two screens on. Yeah, you see how intensive on the frame it is, that system. It's usually don't use that much. And how much would I gain when I disable that? Wow. 56, 50, oh, 57, yeah, wow. Okay, let's put that back. Alignment, I kind of have a double vision here. Let's see. Okay, I'm fine. All right. Okay, so now it's more or less aligned. Yeah. Yeah. Cannot really align correctly depending on the distance that you select, but here I think I found a good compromise. Now I can go back to 200.
Pull up.
So now the system will pull me back to 200 feet. Was a bit too hard on the stick, to be honest, to maintain the 200 smoothly. Let's go to weather. If I want, I can put here.
Pull up, 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 pull up.
And yes, still active. Limit. Yep, but you need to get back to the ground, sir. There we go. Should be tracking back to 1000 as I. Can we find that? Yeah. All right, foresight complete. There you go. You got the you have the terrain ahead that you see. It calculates the differences that it sees forward in terms of terrain that you have, so it can actually get the plane over that. Anticipate the terrain. All right, so now we've got the airfield in sight. I will probably announce myself back to the base, which is probably the best thing to do right now. And first I need to get back on uniform 15 and
Serpent 2-1, inbound for landing. Good morning, Serpent 2. Hey, mate.
Alright,
runway 20 left. Welcome back.
and floor. Well, let's leave that on.
Snake 1-1, ready for departure.
Cowboy 1-1. Hey, me tower. Good
Alright.
for departure.
I will now hard turn just to lose speed enough. Now once we're back to 250, we should get something decent to get back on track. I'm currently base. I need to lose speed, so let's send the gears now. And I guess it said 20 left. Usually it's 20 left when we land. Alright, let's get back to 180.
Cowboy 1-2. Hey, me tower. Good for departure.
Trouble.
Cowboy 1-1. Hey, me tower. Resume on navigation.
I want to have the.
Good morning, Serpent 2-1. Hey, me tower. Clear for landing. Runway 20 left. Jet gear down.
Alright, Serpent, clear for landing, runway 20 left. Enter green down. Let's have a quick check now.
Shark 1-1. Hold short.
Okay, let's extend a bit the nose.
Cowboy 1-2. Hey, me tower. Resume on navigation. Weasel 1-1. Ready for departure.
I usually get the aerodynamic.
Shark 1-1. Taxi. Runway 20 right.
I'm at the end of the runway.
Shark 2-1. Inbound for landing.
That should be it.
Shark 2-2. Inbound for landing.
Oh, that was close. That was close. Alright. Let's do it now. And let's get back to base.
Shark 1-2. Taxi. Runway 20 right.
Do you have any traffic right now? I don't see anything, so that should be fine. Nothing in the sky. I'll cross. There's no options right now to ask the tower to cross the runway.
Serpent 2-1. Hey, me tower. Taxi clear of the runway.
Alright, now we're on the ground, so we
Shark
can disable
2-2,
a few
orbit
things.
the spacing 5,000.
I can't disable the
Shark 2-2, maintain 300 knots. Shark 2-1, orbit the spacing 4,000. Shark 2-1, maintain 300 knots.
It's fine.
Shark 2-1, descend to 4,000, maintain 250 knots. Turn right heading 135, runway 20 left.
I don't need that. I do what I want with my missiles. That's one thing, Welsh, I hope you get in DCS one day, is the luxury to have a turret following radar. That's one thing I hope you get one day in DCS. I don't know even if
Shark
the
1-1, AMA Tower, you're cleared for takeoff. Runway 20 right.
This one, but this is quite enjoyable when you do
Snake
low
1-2,
flights.
taxi, runway 20 right. Shark 2-2, turn right heading 150, runway 20 left.
Alright, let's see who's taking off. I think those are F-15s, if I'm not mistaken. Oh no, it's 16s. I'm not so
Snake 1-3, taxi, runway 20 right.
That's
Shark 1-2, AMA Tower, you're cleared for takeoff. Runway 20 right. Snake 1-4, taxi, runway 20 right. Shark 1-1, AMA Tower, resume on navigation.
There we go, let's put the chokes on. There it is. And say bye-bye.
Snake 1-1, AMA Tower, you're cleared for takeoff. Runway 20 right.
Disabled. We'll cut the lights now. And
Shark 1-2, AMA Tower, resume on navigation. Please.
And now alright, let's see how well we did in this mission. Alright.
Sentry 1, radar contact, bullseye 035, 15 miles, 25,000.
Alright, what did I get? Alright, let me just stop right now the clock. What did I get? The fan song has been destroyed. And I downed the 21. So that's the score I'll be getting this evening. I won't get much more than that, to be honest. Yeah,